As amusing as your savage dances are, once again I have proven the superiority of setting your nose to the grindstone and not mucking about. Now bring some refreshments in a proper mug, or I'll take back the coins of my home and country. Don't you heathens know the worth of a proper king's halfpenny?
Generous visitor, if our customs are so displeasing to you, perhaps you should find lodging elsewhere?
Please?
And leave you lot to your primitive ways? Tell them what I think of that, Squire Percival.
Sir Roderick Ponce von Fontelbottom, the magnificent bastard, will do no such thing. He means to educate you all.
Good lad. Found him wading in the mud, planting weeds. You can't keep your crackers crisp doing that. Can't help you if you don't know the horror of a soggy biscuit. I've given him dignity, and unless one of you has the will to deny that I'm your better, I suggest you start learning. We'll have you in proper trousers by the morrow.
Well, I think we can accept John Cleese's little challenge here. Well, wait a minute. What's going on with his eye? Is his eye clipping through his eyelid? It is, isn't it? Oh, BioWare.
Oh, what's that? Someone stepping to the fore? Let's have a look at you. Ah, you look quick with your fists, but I'll wager your head falls behind. Too much time slapping each other, and not enough time strapped to a desk in a decent classroom. The simple truth is that I have bested every one of you who has come forward, whether in tests of wit or combat. You faced a champion of king and country. Now, I didn't ask to land here, but if a storm is going to cast my ship into the very heart of such a dark empire, I'll bring the light of knowledge wherever I can. You must hunger for guidance. You're like children. I mean, only a handful of you can even grow a decent moustache. What kind of place is this? Can you now? Shall we put that to a test? I welcome the chance that you might impress me with a glimmer of intelligent insight. But I will acknowledge that I am likely to disagree just because I know you are, lacking. We will need educated men to judge the merits of our arguments. I've gone to great pains to learn your barbaric tongue, only to find that none of you has much to say. Can you convince me otherwise? I've heard a distinct lack of couplets and quatrains, to say nothing of pentameters. Is it any wonder you people live as you do? I charge you with defending the heart of your people. If a group of judges determines that you have adequately done so, I will declare you the winner. Whoever you wish. These five, standing here. I'm sure there will be a balance of opinion. The test must be fair. Go on, talk to them all to prove I haven't coerced them. We'll begin the debate when you're ready. Then we'll see how you fare in combat. Doubt you'll do very well. Like the rest, you're all just too damn skinny.
I heard you accept the Outlander's challenge. I'm grateful you have seen fit to defend us all. I would be honored to sit in judgment of the debate. Several of my fellow scholars have also volunteered. To do otherwise would only help the Outlander win in the long run. If he wants a true debate, we will allow it to progress fairly. Of course, I doubt his arguments will have the weight that he expects, not here in the heart of the Jade Empire. I am ill-equipped to see my own faults, but I, like my fellow scholars, am adept at exploiting the weaknesses of others. Scholars Heng and Zhao are easily swayed with simple facts. Cite such details, and they are certain to change their opinion either for or against. The best course is to appeal to the individual preferences of the judges. We are theoretical thinkers, really. It is not so much the subject, but the tactic that triggers reaction. Each judge will respond only to argument styles they favor. If a judge likes fact, use it once and he will join your side. Use it again and he will switch back just to further debate. Other arguments may not interest him at all. I wish you luck. I look forward to your defense of the Empire.
So the Minister of Culture is right. You should talk to these other people, find out what they like in terms of arguments, because you will need that to defeat John Cleese in this battle of wits. So there's 5 judges, him and these 4 scholars, Gu, Kai, there's 2 more behind me. I'm not going to talk to them because I already know what I need to say to win. It's actually a pretty easy puzzle. It's actually the same puzzle from KOTOR with the whole trial on Manon thing with Sunri. Just gotta say the right thing. Let's level up. So pretty much the way this whole debate thing is going to work is, well, we're going to have the option to respond to John Cleese, and when we respond to him, our response is going to have a tone to it. If the tone matches one that the judge likes, they'll raise their hand. If they don't like it, they'll put their hand down. Pretty much all the judges like multiple tones. Only one of them only likes one. But it's really not that hard to figure out which one likes which and win this pretty quickly. Just make our ice shard cost less chi. Let's beef up Storm Dragon a bit too. It's been a while since I used Storm Dragon. I should really get on that. Let's just save those 3 points for later. Well, I think I'm ready. So let's get this started. Shall we? Yes. Oh no, I'm stuck. Oh god, I can't get between these 2 people. Oh well, there we go.
Well, ready to set the ponies in motion, are we? Let's declare some rules and get to it. You don't mind if I make this interesting, do you? I just want to make sure that this is more entertaining than simply blathering about whose walls are higher or whose philosophers really know what's what. It will be a simple matter. 5 judges, 6 topics. I'll pose my argument about why your foolish land stumbles like a child, and you try to answer. The judges will raise their arms to indicate whom they favor. Arms up for you, arms down for me. After 6 topics, if you have a majority, you are the winner. By the Queen's corset, if you get them all on your side at any time, I'll declare the match over. Now, shall we proceed? I will pull no punches, and I expect no mercy on your part. Let's see which of us is truly superior. Well, what shall be my first point of contention? I know, the most basic of concerns for a culture, the currency of its economy. What manner of society would use the silver coin as the basis of trade? Gold is clearly superior, which you admit by using it for important statuary. Your understanding of what determines value is flawed. Your rebuttal?
So here are the arguments we can use: sympathetic, mocking, dismissive, factual, and raging. Yeah, you can kind of see how they all go. The way you want to go for this first one, though, is you want to say the sympathetic one, because that'll get a whole 3 judges on our side.
Well, a majority on your side, but the debate is not over yet. I call attention to the arrogance of your empire. You simply assume that all lands outside your borders are the domain of barbarians and monsters. How can you truly know they are uncivilized until you've proven it by conquest? Crush them beneath your heel. You sit here thinking while far-off lands yearn for direction, not unlike what I am attempting with you.
So picking the dismissive option here lets us lose a judge, but it gains another one. Although she didn't put her arm right away. I don't know why, but we totally got her.
Well, a majority on your side, but the debate is not over yet. Shall I draw attention to your foolish reliance on personal combat? You've got strange dragon powder arms, but you waste them on spectacle and flying chariots. Any decently civilized people would have developed a proper array of personal sidearms by now, like old Mirabelle here.
Now we could win this thing outright by just picking factual, because the last two judges both like factual arguments. And... done.
What? My monocle must be fond. I can't see anyone in my favor.
It appears they've reached a consensus against you, Sir Roderick.
Clearly these people are incapable of fairly comparing one of their own to an outsider. This is a farce. Then perhaps it was my mistake to think you would be open to anything other than your own backwards ideals. Pah! I seek satisfaction. You have bested me in debate, but true honor is decided on the dueling field. The entry hall here has walls to be up against, corners to be backed into, and floor enough on which to be down but not out. Whatever your metaphor, I'll beat it. Return to me when you are ready, and we will walk there together, just to ensure that no one gets lost or suffers an accident that would prevent a fair fight. Frankly, I don't know what you people are capable of. What? Good! Let's get this over with so I can return to schooling the rest of your fellows. I envy you. You're about to experience for the first time the skill that has forged an empire and traveled the world. There will be pain as well, but I imagine it will be almost worth it.
So now we get to fight John Cleese. He's kind of hard because he has a gun, and the gun does a lot of damage. Not just to your health, too. Yeah. But, as we said in the argument, getting up close and personal and just stabbing him a lot will totally work. As long as you do it fast enough and dodge his shots. There we go.
That was a fine display of skill.
It was a fair fight, Sir Roderick, within the rules you specified.
Yes, old boy, you've got it right. I was really sat down, I believe. Like the fall of the old bridge across the Grand. My humours are in disarray, I tell you. I suppose I should have seen it coming. Your win in the debate was a sure sign. I do believe I have underestimated the lot of you. Regardless, you have beaten me. That's a point of honor I cannot deny. Well, there's no other thing for it. Intended or not, you've earned a reward from me. The unsuccessful combatant in a duel must arrange a worthy gift for the victor. I wouldn't be much of an ambassador for my country if I didn't abide by its customs. The Duchess of Almsbottom's rules of engagement are quite clear on this matter.
So now we get a reward. The most useful one is his weapon, Mirabelle. But the other ones give you gems. Physical strength, mind. They just give you gems. They give you a +3 to those stats. But there is one more thing you can get that gives you +6 to all your conversation skills, which is this one here. But we're going to take the gun, because the gun's the best. It's a pretty good weapon, and you can only get it once. So we're getting it right now.
Mirabelle is yours. Treat her well. She's a finicky lady. Right, Percival, fluff my travelling trousers. We will darken this garden no more.
And we won. Now we got to get our reward from the Minister of Culture. It's easy to forget to do that, but we got to do it.
A well-fought victory against that Outlander buffoon. You showed that he could not best us in battle, mentally or physically. We are all in your debt, but the Ministry of Culture is particularly so. Please take this token sum of silver as payment. You certainly earned it. Your service is appreciated. If only there were more like you in the Empire.
That's a nice reward, right? Yeah. So we've taken care of our business here. Got this sweet new weapon. We're going to totally put some points into that. Mirabelle does drain focus. Kind of a nice chunk of it, too. But it's very, very powerful. And it has a fine description. loud and ungainly as its former owner. Let's just map this thing. We're going to totally use it in the next fight. So now we're done. We can go and help out that scholar. Well, creative Yukong, actually. He's not a scholar. Made that pretty clear when we outed him there. So let's just go and do that, because helping him does teleport us out of here, so that's why you want to do that last. Well, if you're going to help him, that is. If you're just going to, like, kill him or whatever, then you can do that. There's always time for some light reading before we leave.
I'm still here. Have you figured out what you're going to do with this poor wretch yet? We should go see Captain... The only easy way out of this city is through the gate that Sen is guarding, and he's looking for me. However, if I disguise myself as a mercenary and sneak past him, I might just get away. But you have to help me by distracting him. Just tell him that I've already escaped, and I'll get away just fine. I can't imagine what might go wrong.
Citizen, I hear there is progress in the search for creative Yukong. A scholar ran out of the Scholar's Garden after talking to you. Tell me you have good news. How did he get past me? He couldn't access a flyer. What is that man doing? Are you certain he's gone? Would a bit of silver jog your memory? What do you say? Look at that tart swinging her hips for that mercenary. I can't see how Yukong slipped past us. Did he bribe one of my agents somehow? Well, the Imperial Army has more silver than some confidence man, if you take my meaning. I should arrest that accursed tourist. Look, you spoke to a nervous scholar, and now Yukong has suddenly disappeared. Suspicious. What if I offered you the normal bounty plus half? Would that change anything? Well, if you say so. Despite Lord Rento's insistence to the contrary, I doubt he was a master criminal. Perhaps I'll just declare Yukong's bounty a dead matter. Is there anything else that the Imperial Army can do for one of our fine citizens? Right you are. Remember to keep an eye out for anyone suspicious.
Oh, those guards are useless. Absolutely useless. So now we've done some things around the city. There's actually someone new hanging out where our party members are. Back in our camp. I guess that's what it is. It's a camp. It's kind of just a back alley, but whatever. You call it a camp, it's a camp. And that's this man.
I can't sell upgrades if I can't find supplies. I'm ruined. Finished.
Got things to say.
Poor Chang. If only I hadn't sent him on such a dangerous mission. He'd still be alive.
Yep.
Poor
Yeah, okay, we
Chang.
get it. What's he want? You'll find out next time. See you then. Take care. Might be to do with flyers.